Hey, what's up, guys? It's Breakout Bag Lunch, and today is January 22nd, 2026. As you can see on the screen, we're looking at a total realized profit of a little over $300. This was done using two trades on ES. One was a losing trade, one was a winning trade. A profit could have been higher today if I was really looking for the best setup, but we'll talk about that in a moment. So let's start with the review. I'm going to start a little bit differently than I usually do, and I'm going to use the 1 hour chart because what I want you to notice is that we broke this bearish trend, this bearish medium term trend, and now we're back on a bullish trend. We're making higher highs and higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And based on my analysis, really I was looking for this green area, this green line, to act as an area of support, a demand zone. In this case, here it acted as an area of resistance, but I was looking for the opposite reaction because we have bullish momentum. You can also see that because the price is above VWAP. And so that was my bias for the day, a bullish trade. Now, if we go and take a look at the lower time frame chart, we actually had a very strong bearish sell-off at the beginning of the open of the New York session. We did have a bullish break of the 5-minute opening range, but after that break, we just collapsed. Now, I didn't take a trade here, and I didn't take a trade here, fortunately. But once we got down to this key level that I was expecting to act as an area of support, I was looking for a long. Now, yes, we did kind of get a bounce here, and then yes, once I saw that we were basically consolidating, I decided to get in a long entry. I bought here, but as soon as I entered the long, I started to lose money. So I decided to wait a bit longer to see how things would unfold. And I sold that long at a loss. Now, once we were back up above this demand zone or support, I decided to try the longs again, and yeah, they worked out very well. As you can see, I sold right up here because if we use the fib retracement tool, this was, it's like about a 60-ish, above 60-ish percent retracement of the downward move. So my thought was that if we were to continue lower, then this would be around the area where we would see that move down. But we didn't. And, like I said, the overall direction of the market, or my bias, was bullish. So those were the two trades for today. If you're thinking, well, breakout bag lunch, don't you have a fib retracement here? Why didn't you go short at this area once price fell back below the 50% area? Well, that's because of the VWAP price was below VWAP, but then it came above VWAP. But once it tested VWAP, we had a big bullish bounce. And that's why I did not take a short entry here, along with the fact that I just had a bullish bias. But that actually is a great segue into what I want to improve on. I don't think I should have sold this long at this area. Of course, that's easy to say in hindsight, but I really should have just used a wider stop loss. That would have prevented me from getting out of the trade so quickly. But also, I do think that entry was premature. We did have a strong bullish move above that area of support, but I don't think there was really any additional confluence. I guess we do have the higher highs and higher lows that were made on the 1 minute chart, but yeah, really should have probably just waited for like the VWAP break and retest. That way, would have had 3 confluences, which is something I've talked about in previous videos. Because this was the great entry for entering a trade. Because after we had that VWAP retest, if we got in like around here, then we could have wrote this baby all the way up to like the 690, maybe it's like 6960s. I'm thinking the way I want to set up the trades for when I'm trading supply and demand or support and resistance is I want like a 2-to-1 risk reward, perhaps. I'm thinking my take profit will be like the size of like the 2 5-minute opening ranges, or it could be based on ATR. So that's something I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting with. But my main takeaway is I just really need to make sure I'm looking for multiple confluences when taking trades. For the trade I took here, the bullish trade, yes, we had 2, but it really would have been better to wait for 3, and in this case especially, just wait for that break and retest of VWAP, the VWAP bullish reclaim. Okay, I think that's all I have for today. We're making good progress in terms of passing that eval. Let's hope we can continue the momentum tomorrow. If you have any comments, let me know. If not, have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.